Now on Good Morning Northwest, a North Idaho restaurant beloved by many, now a pile of rubble. What led to the Wolf Lodge Inn burning to the ground and how the community is reacting.
Back to school. It's still summertime, but it's back to school. We're going to talk about the weather that they're going to be seeing as they head out.
Plus, with just 62 days to go until Election Day, Vice President Harris spent Labor Day campaigning with President Biden and appealing to working-class voters. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Good morning, Northwest. I'm Rob King.
And I'm Natalie Grant. Today is Tuesday, September 3rd. Welcome to it, and happy first day of school for so many of you out there. Let's check in with Mark Peterson, who is back with us this morning for a look at our forecast as we're heading out the door.
Yeah, and we should say back to work as well. Many people had a 3-day weekend. 63 currently in Spokane with cloud cover, 61 in clearing into Coeur d'Alene, and we're going to see our skies continue to clear as well. We do have some cloud cover, but it's moving out of the region. So taking a look at the 4 things that we want you to know on this Tuesday. Sunny. It is going to be a sunny back to school. There's no comma there. Today is going to be warm, but hotter weather is coming in, and we're going to have temperatures back into the 90s. Moving in, it looks to be right now like Thursday. All right, so line of showers from Pullman all the way to Kellogg, potentially. We're seeing some showers exit Ritzville right now. That's all going to push out, clear out, and then it's going to be a clear sky and things look great. Currently, we're sitting at 63 in Deer Park, 60 into Cheney. We go in through the valley. Valley is cooled, 66 degrees. We also have that in Coeur d'Alene, while Hayden, you're at 61, and we have those temperatures all over the place in North Idaho. Here is our planner for Tuesday, today. By noon, we're going to be into the mid-70s, and our high today is going to be a comfortable 83 degrees.
Mark, thanks. Well, a couple of fires are dominating the local headlines this morning.
The Cimarron fire, which is burning in the Dishman Hills natural area, had Spokane Valley residents on high alert earlier yesterday. Thankfully, it's died down. Areas that were under level 1 evacuation orders have been given the all clear. Areas that were under level 2 evacuation orders have been lowered to level 1, and that's according to Spokane County Emergency Management. Right now, the fire is 100% lined, but not at all contained. Crews will stay on scene to make sure it stays under control. 10 structures were threatened by the fire, but all of them, fortunately, are still standing. Not still standing, devastating news out of Coeur d'Alene. A fire ripped through the decades-old Wolf Lodge Inn steakhouse.
That's a place that was so special to so many of us and is now gone in just an afternoon. Our Hunter Bertram shows us the rubble that remains.
A 4-alarm fire destroyed the historic Wolf Lodge Steakhouse Monday, injuring 4. One man sent to the hospital with burn injuries. 3 firefighters also treated on scene for smoke inhalation and heat exhaustion-related injuries. The fire ignited just after noon. Flames quickly consumed the building. Nearby brush and trees caught fire, and wildland firefighters were called in, fortunately containing it before it exploded. Cody Martle was inside when the fire began, telling us what he saw.
There was a grill fire, and it went up to both chimneys immediately. We got all the fire extinguishers immediately, grabbed the hose, tried to douse it, but it was already in the attic.
The first fire crew on scene said it began in the back of the building and rear attic, quickly spreading to the front. Another challenge that fueled the flames the street Wolf Lodge is on has no fire hydrants, forcing crews to pull water from Lake Coeur d'Alene, transporting it by tanker. Crews were able to get the fire under control just before 3. And the devastation that remains following the fire looks like this. It's a pile of debris of sheet metal, wood, rocks. It's an absolute loss. And as the employees of this building came by once the road was reopened, they said they were left speechless, knowing that their home away from home is gone.
It's like a death. Honestly, it's like someone has died because this is our life.
For Martle, this is where his life began.
I grew up in this building, so it's just been tough, and I don't like this going on, and I just hope the community can really help, and that's about it.
East of Coeur d'Alene, I'm Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
Such a huge loss for so many. Well, of course, Wolf Lodge wasn't just a great place to grab a steak. It was a piece of North Idaho history. According to the restaurant's website, Wolf Lodge started as a convenience store in 1939. It provided equipment and dry goods to miners and travelers passing through. Kootenai County records show the building on the property actually started sooner, around the 1920s. It was turned into a steakhouse then sometime in the 70s. Well, the general election is about 62 days away now, but early voting begins very soon.
Vice President Kamala Harris spent Labor Day on the campaign trail, focusing on the economy. Let's toss things over to Hannah Joy at the Breaking Now desk. Hannah, where else is the vice president taking off this week?
So, Rob, Vice President Kamala Harris, she was not alone. President Joe Biden joined Harris in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Since Harris became the presidential nominee, this is their first joint campaign event. Labor Day marked the final sprint towards Election Day, and Harris used the holiday to reach working class voters.
We celebrate the dignity of work, the dignity of work. We celebrate unions because unions helped build America, and unions help build America's middle class.
Biden wants to ensure Harris succeeds him. In the coming days, he'll make stops in Wisconsin and Michigan, blue wall states where he beat former President Donald Trump in 2020.
We have to win Pennsylvania, my original home state. I'm going to be campaigning in other states as well. And I'm going to do whatever Kamala thinks I can do to help most.
It is not clear yet how often Biden and Harris will campaign together. One said they could take a divide and conquer approach leading up to Election Day. Meanwhile, Trump took to social media attacks on Harris, saying all Americans are suffering during this holiday weekend. High gas prices, transportation costs are up, and grocery prices are through the roof. Trump now faces new legal battles over the music played at his rallies. Before leaving office, Biden will address domestic and foreign policies. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
All right, Hannah, thanks. Thousands of kids head back to school today. And in Spokane, that means a warning for drivers heading through school zones. Speed cameras, like the ones near Finch Elementary School, turned back on this morning. Spokane has 8 cameras in school zones across the city. Get caught speeding during school hours and you'll face a hefty fine. Speed limit is 20 miles an hour through school zones, and the cameras will capture speeders anytime the lights are flashing, not just when kids are present. Washington law did change this year, capping the amount cities can charge for these violations. In school zones, tickets can be up to $290. If cameras catch you speeding in other parts of Spokane, the ticket can't be more than $145. So slow down, save a life, save some money.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a good reminder as you're heading out the door.
Good morning, Northwest. Time is 6:07.
And as you're heading out the door this morning, I don't know if you quite need a layer.
No, temperatures are relatively mild, and again, you know, it's still summertime in people's heads. Oh, wait, it still is on the calendar as well. We've got a nice start today. Temperatures into the 60s, but we're going to have some heat move in. I'm going to be talking about that heat. That's coming up in just a little bit. Here's a live look at One Spokane Stadium that's going to get really busy this week.
It's the first day of school for kids in grades 1 through 12 with Spokane Public Schools. I'm sharing everything parents need to know as they send their kids out the door, coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
Plus, are you planning a trip anytime soon? How a hotel worker strike could impact your stay. We'll have that next on Good Morning Northwest.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The Spokane Fair is Friday, September 6th to Sunday, September 15th. This is where the Wheatland Bank PRCA Rodeo happens Saturday, September 7th. Get your tickets today at thespokanefair.com.
Each month, 4 News Now is focusing on a cause that's important to our community by helping to get the message out. This is Good for You to Know.
At Ability, we can empower anyone with a disability to realize their dreams and their goals. Our staff are a bunch of dedicated individuals who absolutely love what they do and have a passion and a heart for this work. The real magic happens when our job developers build that relationship with the business, then they'll introduce the client to that business, and then the outcome happens. And then down the road, you see that culture within the workplace develop and change. You can't put a price on what our folks can bring to the work environment. They're getting that interaction out in the community. That's how that becomes super powerful. You know, it elevates not only the client, but the family as well. When life says you can't, Ability says you can.
My name is Jennifer, and this is my Summit Cancer Center story. I was diagnosed with breast cancer in November of 2015. Getting a cancer diagnosis is literally like having the rug pulled out from underneath you. When I'm at Summit Cancer Centers, I feel like they're kind of part of my family in a sense. They've always had my best interests in mind, so I'm actually very hopeful for the future. I would recommend Summit Cancer Center.
My credit score is more than just a number. It's my future. P1FCU knows how important it is too, which is why it's so easy to check your score every time you check your online banking. It's a piece of cake. Plus, it doesn't just let you check your score, it gives you recommendations on how to improve it. It also shows you how different things could be affecting your score.
Open your P1FCU checking account at p1fcu.org and start earning today.
The Spokane Fair is Friday, September 6th to Sunday, September 15th.
Everyone 55 and older receives free fair admission all day, September 9th, compliments of U.S. Bank.
Learn more at thespokanefair.com.
Save your greed!
Welcome back. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. A strike affecting dozens of hotels across the country could grow today. The union threatening to add more strike locations in more cities.
Now, some travelers could see service disruptions. The walkout includes more than 10,000 Hilton, Marriott, and Hyatt employees. The dozens of affected hotels across the country are open, but some guests have complained about reduced services. The union says the chains still have some pandemic-era cuts in place. Now, today is scheduled to be the last day of the strike.
Auto giant Volkswagen may be on the verge of going back on a 30-year-old promise. Oliver Bloom, Volkswagen Group CEO, now indicating that layoffs may be possible. The company has kept a pledge of no layoffs since 1994 that was supposed to run through at least 2029. But now Bloom says the European auto industry is in what he calls a very demanding and serious situation.
Brazil's Supreme Court upholding a countrywide ban on Elon Musk's social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter. Now, X has been inaccessible to 20 million Brazilians since early Saturday morning. It's the result of a court ruling based on X not naming a local legal representative as required by law. Musk expressed agreement to a post that described the suspension as an attack on freedom of expression and Brazilians' rights.
Parts of Southern California could see temperatures up to 115 degrees this week. And Coachella Valley and the San Diego County deserts could see temperatures climb as high as 118. That's about 10 to 15 degrees above average for this time of year. More than 30 million people around the country are under heat alerts starting tomorrow.
Some of that heat will be working its way towards us, but not today. It's a very mild start. Of course, it's going to be sunny today. We got a few morning clouds out there. It is back to school, so please use caution as you're driving around. High today, 83 degrees.
Some beautiful music there. Last night marked the 39th year of the Spokane Symphony's free Labor Day concert at Comstock Park. And once again, our very own Chris Crocker was there as the MC. She had a chance to catch up with music director James Lowe about what makes this annual concert so special.
It's fantastic. You know, we're out here, we have like a crowd of 5,000 people who normally come. We get to play all of the hits that we're going to be playing in the season, from the classical to jazz to some movie music. You might hear a little Harry Potter. So, yeah, it's great. And the atmosphere is, as you can see, it's so cool.
And what a great way to say goodbye to summer as we head into the first day of school here. And a giant turnout there. Looks like a great night.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not ready to say goodbye yet, though.
I know.
You're ready to say hello to fall, though.
I am. It's okay. Difference of opinions. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:13.
It is the first day of school for students in Spokane. And after the break, Allison Martinez is breaking down all the first day reminders you'll need to know before heading out that door.
PAR, family owned since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you gonna build?
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
At Parker Toyota, we believe in driving with confidence. Parker Toyota's certified pre-owned vehicles offer you affordability and dependability when buying your next Toyota.
We take the guesswork out of buying pre-owned because every Toyota certified vehicles goes through 160-point check by our trained technician.
Whether it's a stylish sedan or versatile SUV or a fuel-efficient hybrid, we have the largest selection of certified pre-owned vehicles in the area.
See our huge selection of vehicles and receive our no-problem customer service at Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
Backyard barbecues, family gatherings, now is the best time to visit Jacobs Custom Living. New furniture has arrived and Jacobs really has the largest and most varied inventory ever. Comfortable lounge furniture, elegant outdoor dinner sets, umbrellas, and much more. Hurry in and experience for yourself the high-quality outdoor furniture at Jacobs Custom Living that will make your deck, patio, or cabin a wonderful place for gatherings all summer long. On Sprague, just east of Sullivan.
So according to Mr. Washington, we deserve a little room upgrade.
That won't be necessary.
Okay, how about a second opinion from the other Mr. Washington?
Are you a Camus Rewards member?
Yeah, why?
It's the only local players card that gives you the lowest possible rates on rooms and room upgrades, not to mention food and drinks throughout the property.
So I'm taking these back, right?
Membership matters with Camus Rewards, only at Northern Quest.
When you use Angie for your home projects, you know all your jobs will be done well. Roof repair? Done well. Emergency plumbing? Done well. So the next time you have a project, leave it to the skilled pros and join the millions of homeowners who use Angie to care for their homes. Get started at Angie.com.
Our biggest challenge? Uncertainty. Hidden fees, surcharges, who knows what to expect.
Turn shipping to your advantage.
Keep it simple with clear upfront pricing.
With USPS Ground Advantage.
North Idaho Urology, in partnership with Cancer Care Northwest, we specialize in advanced prostate cancer care.
I'm Dr. Aaron Wagner. I'm a radiation oncologist with Cancer Care Northwest. We have quite a few different treatment options for prostate cancer, ranging anywhere from standard radiation and IMRT approaches to SBRT to brachytherapy, a full spectrum of different prostate cancer treatments. We very much try to individualize their treatment plan for them.
Welcome back. The time is 6:16. It's the first day of school for many local students. Classes back in session for SPS today.
And the new school year means new classes, new friends, and for some, maybe even a new campus. Our Allison Martinez is live at Ferris High School to learn what families can expect as they head into this new school year. Good morning, Allison.
Good morning. I'm here at the Commons at Ferris High School, which will soon be buzzing with excitement as these kids get ready to tackle the first day of school in a brand new school year. This morning, I'm joined with Sandra Gerard. She's the Chief of Communications for Spokane Public Schools. Thank you so much for being with us. Good morning. I know you guys have been working hard through the summer to be ready for these kids. Tell me, what's it like to finally have that day be here?
Oh my goodness, it's so exciting to have our students back in our buildings. It's been quiet. I've been through a few of our buildings in the last week. Super quiet, but we really want our students back in our buildings ready to learn.
And a big thing, there's lots of changes that come with every single school year. Last year, a big change was the new contract with Zoom for your buses. Tell us, how did that go?
I believe it went really well. What was really popular with a lot of our parents was the new Zoom app. So parents could tell where their student was in real time using the app, and that was amazing for our parents.
And this year, there's another new addition, a new change, and this is a pretty big one. It's to your cell phone policy, and this is a little bit different for each grade level.
Yes.
Can you walk us through that?
Sure. What I would tell parents, elementary school parents, I would say elementary and middle school parents, leave the cell phone in the backpack, or we are providing pouches for our middle school students. Leave that in there. Our high school students, they can have the cell phone while they're in between classes and after school, just as long as they're not using it during classroom time.
Gotcha. Well, great reminder for parents to give their kids as they head out the door. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We're very excited, and good luck to everyone for their first day of school. It's going to be a great day and a really great school year. We'll send it back to you guys in studio.
Allison, thanks so much. Just such a fun buzz of energy around the first day of school.
Absolutely. And graduate of the School of Hard Knocks, Mark Peterson, back from vacation.
Perhaps I share too much with my growing up. Well, good morning. It's nice to be back. I've been gone for a couple of weeks. This is what I've been doing, driving a combine and driving a wheat truck at times. And it's a family farm that was established by my grandfather in 1914. And here is Durham, otherwise known as the pasta wheat. We love that. And of course, I'm really going to miss these sunsets where it's just gorgeous. Montana, the big sky state. Scobie, Montana, by the way. You can look it up on a map. It may know where it is. It probably won't. 83 degrees will be our high today in Spokane and surrounding areas. It's going to be mostly sunny and nice. Yeah, we got a few morning clouds out there. Those are going to push out relatively quickly, and by 9 o'clock should be mostly sunny, and then we'll have sunshine throughout the day. Tonight, temperatures down to 55, going to be clear and mild. Winds are going to be light. Really looks pretty good. Now, current radar and satellite, yeah, we've got rain showers and cloud cover throughout the region, certainly to the south into the Palouse. Now, that's all starting to be pushed south as that next bit comes in. That's going to be that high pressure that's going to keep us looking pretty good. Now, we take a closer view of this, and we did have in around Ritzville some thunderstorm activity. Harrington, you're picking it up as we see this energy leave. There's been a few isolated showers coming out of this. We have some up into Deer Park. So all of this is pushing out, and we had that 20% chance of showers. Well, it's coming true in those isolated areas. We look at the heat wave that's coming on. By Tuesday, we start to see more influence coming off the Pacific, pushing in. Now the real heat comes in from the southwest, and we'll have temperatures into the 90s, and that's going to stick around and really start building into Saturday, which should be the hottest day. We're not expecting a lot of moisture there. That forecast radar, again, showing everything clearing out quickly, and things look pretty good. 83 the high today. 78 is a normal high for this time of year, so it is above average, no doubt about it, but it's going to get a lot hotter. 80 into Coeur d'Alene, 78 into Pullman. So we look at Wednesday, sunshine, 88, high pressure dominating, low 80 or low 90s on Thursday, and then it's low to mid 90s Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So definitely it is going to get hot. So just be aware of that as you're making plans for the weekend. Of course, this weekend, first weekend for fair.
Oh, yes.
Fair time in Spokane.
There you go. It's going to be a hot start.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We'll enjoy it. One last gasp of summer. Good morning, Northwest. Time is 6:21.
And it's a big loss for the Idaho Vandals. Their starting quarterback suffering a collarbone injury in the hard-fought matchup against the Oregon Ducks this past weekend. And after the break, hear what head coach Jason Eck had to say about when the Vandals could expect the return of their star QB. That's next in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Our story began with my dad becoming forgetful, that then morphed into an Alzheimer's diagnosis. And at the same time, my mom had Parkinson's. I want the best for my parents because they wanted the best for me. I think if I had walk hairs, I would have had a different reality. There's a little less pressure, a lot less fear. Walk hairs and your ability to take it to another state is huge.
Funny Girl is the theatrical event of the season, featuring celebrated songs like Don't Rain on My Parade and People. Entertainment Weekly raves Funny Girl is a love letter to the big old-fashioned Broadway musical. The Providence Journal proclaims this production is quite simply dazzling, an entertainment experience like no other. Don't miss Funny Girl. Playing First Interstate Center for the Arts October 1st through the 6th. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
At Parker Subaru, we understand that every Subaru is unique.
That's why we offer a wide range of genuine Subaru accessories designed to enhance your driving experience and match your lifestyle. From rugged outdoor adventures to everyday convenience, we have what you need to personalize your Subaru.
Explore genuine Subaru accessories at ParkerSubaru.com or visit us at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic is locally owned and operated and has been providing personalized, comfortable, and satisfying care to our clients for over 30 years. Our licensed denturists are trained in the latest techniques in the construction, development, and preparatory work of a denture. Full dentures, implant attachments, repairs, fittings, adjustments, we do it all. Every denture is made to look as close as possible to your natural teeth. With our knowledge and friendly staff, competitive costs, and quality of service, you'll leave Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic smiling.
Some tough news for the Idaho Vandals. Starting quarterback Jack Lane is out for the foreseeable future with an injury that happened in the game at Oregon over the weekend. Lane played almost the entirety of the game against the Ducks on Saturday, and it wasn't until the end of the fourth quarter when he was replaced by redshirt freshman quarterback Jack Wagner for Idaho's final few plays. We're learning yesterday that the switch-up was due to this injury to Lane's collarbone. Head coach Jason Eck said Lane has already undergone surgery, but there's no timeline for his return. Eck did mention that this was not a season-ending injury, and that's a phrase Vandal fans will be clinging on to. But for now, it's Jack Wagner that will take Lane's place. Washington State is preparing for the biggest home game of their season as they're welcoming Texas Tech into Giesa Field. Both teams are coming out of week one with a win, but Texas Tech might feel like they have a little bit more to prove. The Cougars and the Red Raiders went into their season opener in a similar situation, playing at home against FCS schools. But unlike the Cougars' 40-point margin of victory, Texas Tech was forced to take it to overtime and beat Abilene Christian by just a single point.
Sure, those players are going to come out defensively and ready to, show that they're better than that, which absolutely they are. And offensively, I'm sure they're feeling really good about their performance. So it went into overtime. Their starters had to play 80-plus reps. I mean, we had no one on our team played more than 55. And so they got to come here to our house, at our place, to a packed stadium and loud. I mean, there's a lot of advantages on our side that we got to make sure that we're doing everything in our power to take advantage of.
WSU will try to prove they have what it takes to keep up with a Power 5 school on Saturday. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. in Pullman. In studio, Sydney Berger, 4 News Now Sports.
All right, Sydney, thanks. Should be an exciting game. Good morning, Northwest. Time is 6:26.
As we've been talking about this morning, it is back to school day for so many kids, and we'll have a live interview with the superintendent of Spokane schools, Dr. Adam Swinyard, coming up in just a little bit, and a look inside one of our local high schools with how staff are preparing to welcome back those students.
Plus, President Biden criticizing Israel's prime minister. The latest on Middle East ceasefire negotiations next. But before we go to break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the hero cop who helped save the life of 49ers wide receiver Ricky Pearsall speaking out.
And I heard and it was so loud.
25-year San Francisco police veteran Sergeant Joel Horrell was on duty in Union Square when shots rang out. Police say he was followed by a 17-year-old suspect who confronted him with a gun.
And I told dispatch those were gunshots.
Authorities say a struggle ensued and the gun fired. The 23-year-old NFL player sustaining a gunshot wound to the chest. Sergeant Horrell rushing to his aid. How critical, though, is it when you see a gunshot wound victim to respond in the first few minutes?
Immediately.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on this heroic officer and the very latest on Ricky Pearsall's recovery with your GMA First Look. I'm Melissa Adon, ABC News, San Francisco.
Can your pad absorb everything and stay fresh? Always Flex Foam can. It's the only pad made with the flexible foam core that locks in blood and sweat while the top stays dry, keeping you up to 100% leak and odor-free. See what foam can do for you.
It's Macy's Labor Day sale with our lowest prices of the season. Shop now and save up to 60% on mattresses. Plus, get a Macy's gift card worth up to $300 with your select luxury mattress purchase. Today at Macy's.
Stay ahead of your moderate to severe eczema and show off clearer skin and less itch with Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists that helps heal your skin from within. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent.
Livestream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. Livestream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Satay Bistro, Coeur d'Alene's culinary extravaganza of American fusion dining. From our extensive wine cellar to our unforgettably decadent menu, we'll move your experience beyond ordinary to the extraordinary. Satay Bistro, just off the 4th Street exit in Coeur d'Alene.
There are those who factor and those who don't. Nothing this good comes this easy.
Except Factor.
Fresh, never frozen meals ready in 2 minutes.
The swimsuit season has arrived, and that means extra time in the gym to look good this summer at Move Fitness. From squats and lunges for the booty to curls for the girls, Move Fitness has the classes and machines to make this summer your best. And right now you can join with no enrollment fee. Move Fitness.
Why do couples choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
I need help with their snoring.
Sleep Number does that.
Thank you.
During our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Shop now at a Sleep Number store near you.
Satay Bistro, Coeur d'Alene's culinary extravaganza of American fusion dining. From our extensive wine cellar to our unforgettably decadent menu, we'll move your experience beyond ordinary to the extraordinary. Satay Bistro, just off the 4th Street exit in Coeur d'Alene.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Starting this half hour, the 4 News Now story tracker, following the stories people are reading about this morning.
The Cimarron fire in the Dishman Hills natural area has died down, with only level 1 evacuation orders remaining today. There is no containment, but the fire is 100% lined. Crews stayed on scene overnight to help keep the fire from getting out of hand. Now, so far, no structures have been lost.
And in North Idaho, the decades-old Wolf Lodge Inn Steakhouse burned down yesterday afternoon. 1 man suffered burns, 3 firefighters were treated for smoke inhalation and exhaustion. An employee told us it started as a grill fire. You can see the history of the Wolf Lodge Inn along with a gallery of images right now on KXLY.com.
Thanks so much for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Rob King. It's Tuesday, September 3rd. Robin has the morning off.
Starting things off with Mark Peterson and a look at our first alert forecast. So many kids getting on the school bus this morning, getting back to work today. What are we looking at?
We're looking at a lot of people going like, couldn't we just do this one more day? All right, so Spokane right now, we do have, again, some dark clouds just to the west, starting to make their way south out of the area. It's going to take a little bit. We're looking at 63 degrees. Winds are light. We have seen, again, some lightning into the Ritzville area moving down. Here's a look at the 4 things you need to know. It's going to be sunny back to school. Looking pretty good today as these clouds move out. It's going to be a warm day today. Hot weather is moving in, and we're back into the 90s, so be prepared for that. Forecast radar, what is here is going to move out quickly, and through the afternoon, we're going to have plenty of sunshine. Winds are going to be relatively light. That'll continue tomorrow and for the rest of the week, really, with high pressure dominating and a heat dome building. 66 currently into the valley, 60 into 9 Mile, 59 Cheney and Spangle, and then, of course, in North Idaho, temperatures hovering around 60 degrees. Our day today by noon, 74 degrees, sunny, beautiful. We're going to have temperatures that are going to warm up to above average. 78 is a normal high this time of year. Our high today is going to be 83, and this is going to be the coolest day of the week.
All right, Mark, thanks. In news around the world this morning, the deaths of 6 hostages in Gaza this weekend has renewed efforts to free those still held captive. President Biden criticizing Prime Minister Netanyahu, saying he's not doing enough to reach a ceasefire deal. ABC's M. Wynn has the latest from D.C.
This morning, escalating tensions between President Biden and Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu.
Do you have any plans to speak to Prime Minister Netanyahu?
Eventually. The president back at the White House meeting with his negotiation team after 6 hostages were found dead this weekend in Gaza. One of them an Israeli-American, Hirsch Goldberg Poland, who was laid to rest yesterday. His mother, Rachel.
Finally, my sweet boy, finally you're free. I will love you and I will miss you every single day for the rest of my life.
President Biden pressuring Netanyahu to do more.
Do you think he's doing enough? No.
Tens of thousands of Israelis taking to the streets demanding Netanyahu reach a deal to save the remaining hostages held by Hamas. Netanyahu saying his government was close to bringing home the hostages whom forensics said were killed 1 to 2 days before they were found, and hitting back on Biden's criticism, saying no one will preach to him on this issue.
We're asked to make concessions? What message does this send Hamas?
In a new statement, Hamas suggesting it has a new policy of killing hostages that Israel tries to rescue through force. We're learning President Biden may put forward a final hostage deal this week. But if both sides can't agree, it could mean the end of U.S.-led negotiations. It's believed 4 American hostages are still being held alive in Gaza. Emwin, ABC News, Washington.
Well, yesterday, Pope Francis arrived in Indonesia.
He'll be spending 12 days traveling across Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, East Timor, and Singapore, marking this the longest trip yet for the 87-year-old. Our Hannah Joy is at the Breaking Now desk this morning. And Hannah, what else do we know about this trip?
Yeah, Natalie, Pope Francis kicked off his 12-day visit of 4 countries. The Pope is expected to travel 20,000 miles, the longest of his travels since his 2013 election. The Pope will connect with people from different countries and discuss ways to protect the environment. This trip will show a shift in the Catholic Church and how Pope Francis believes that Asia is the future for the country. Meanwhile, the Catholic Church is no longer a Western institution, meaning Francis agrees in both male and female church leaders. As of now, Francis is traveling with a doctor and 2 nurses. At his age, this is showing that it will be a long trip, but the Pope is determined that he will make this ambitious journey. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy for News Now.
Hannah, thanks. Well, Fish and Wildlife officers found and killed a bear they believe attacked a woman who was hiking near Kettle Falls over the weekend. The officers say the woman was hiking with her dogs when the dogs got between 2 black bears. One of those bears chased the dogs back towards the woman, and then the bear attacked her. She was treated and released at a Spokane hospital. Now, Fish and Wildlife officers found one of the bears and killed it, donating the meat to the Air Force. Efforts to find the other bear were suspended at the property owner's request. Officers say bears generally avoid people, but can be curious. They recommend carrying bear spray if you're heading out into the woods. Some good advice there.
Absolutely. Stay safe. Good morning, Northwest. Time is 6:36.
And coming up after this break, we'll be talking to the superintendent of Spokane Public Schools. Dr. Adam Swinyard is here as students are heading back into school today. But first, let's take a look at what you're going to see if you're heading out the door, getting on the bus.
Well, right now, if you are leaving early, you're hearing some thunder into the West Plains, but we're going to see that push out. And as we get into the 7 o'clock hour, 57, 61 at 8, and then we're going to warm up to 63 degrees. Cloud cover should be gone by this afternoon. There's a live look. And again, we've got a little bit of energy rumbling out there, but it's on its way out.
Hello.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
Huddle up for big wins at Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino. We're kicking off September with your chance to win up to $5,000 cash every Saturday. 56 Sun Club members will score a touchdown with a chance to win big. Elevate your game at Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino.
Kinder Chocolate. Delicious little bars of smooth milk chocolate with a creamy, milky center. Made for being a kid. Let that kid flag fly.
NexGard Plus helps you protect your dog from fleas, ticks, heartworm disease, and more. All in one delicious monthly soft chew. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. NexGard Plus, the one you want for one and done protection.
Respect, protect, pay essential grocery store workers.
Because my coworkers and I stood united with our union, UFCW 3000.
We just negotiated a record-setting contract for the essential grocery store workers at Albertsons, Fred Meyer, and Safeway.
We are able to secure funding for workforce development and training and pension contribution increases.
If you'd like a strong union at your workplace, contact us here.
Oof. Moving day never goes smoothly, does it? Let's just settle this little mishap, huh?
Who do we always see on the billboards again?
It's the one called That's All Guys.
After an accident like this, you deserve to be compensated fairly for everything you've had to go through. At Craig Swap & Associates, we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
At Numerica, you'll find money answers for budgeters in their ramen era.
Get money answers for you and only you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
Elevate your game at Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino. Our expanded gaming floor now features over 900 of your favorite slots, plus all new table games. Only at Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino. You just win here.
Welcome back. The timer now is 6:39, and as we've been talking about this morning, it is the first day of school for many, and here in Spokane for Spokane Public Schools. And joining us this morning, we have the Spokane Public Schools Superintendent, Dr. Adam Swinyard. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely.
Happy first day of school.
Happy first day of school.
So as parents are getting ready to send their kids out the door, what are the main things that they can be expecting for changes this year at SPS? Anything big that they should be knowing about?
Yeah, well, some of the big shifts is setting some new parameters on personal devices and cell phones. And you know, over the last decade and a half, it's just really evolved where kids are spending just an excessive amount of time on screens. And this is about setting some boundaries related to that. And, you know, not just a couple hours a day, but 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day. So we need some boundaries at school. We need to talk about boundaries at home, help families know about the supervisory tools. And then a big push, every kid, every day, doing something, activities, athletics, clubs, off their device, out of their home, in real life together.
Getting them out and involved. I know a couple of questions that I've heard from parents and feedback is in cases of emergencies. I mean, these cell phones can connect to parents and things along those lines, and there will be stipulations in place for those.
Yeah, well, if families need to contact students or students need to contact families, they can go to office. We've had phones there for decades. They work really well, but that'll be an adjustment. Families are used to being able to just have that instantaneous, constant bridge of communication. In the very unlikely event that there's a critical incident in our schools, we want to have common sense, logical approaches to things, and we want to set those healthy parameters on the daily basis. But if there's something and students are feeling unsafe or scared, we fully expect that they're going to take their phones out and contact their families. I'll have a high schooler this year. If something happens and she's afraid, I expect her to pick up her phone and call her families, and that won't be the focus of our staff in those moments. And so we want to have a common sense approach, really focus on the daily, but if there's a crisis, we know kids will use their device.
I'm sure a lot of parents appreciate hearing that for sure. And I know last year one of the big changes was those buses that we had in place, the new Zoom buses that parents could access on their phones from home. What was the feedback that you guys got from those, and are you excited to have them again in this year?
Yeah, well, you know, again, technology has many great opportunities and access, and this is one way where parents were able to see where their students, bus is at any one point in time. Last year was a transition for us with the new contract provider with Zoom, and we're going to continue to, increase efficiencies and make sure that that's as seamless as possible for our students and our families.
Wonderful. Any last minute advice for kids as they're heading out the door today?
Yeah, well, just have fun. We want school to be fun. We want it to be joyful, and we have amazing teachers. Spokane is so fortunate. Our educators are amazing. They love these kids like they're their own, and we have big work to do, and we want to get to academics and make sure kids are making great games, but we also want it to be fun and joyful.
For sure. Well, Dr. Adam Swinyard, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Happy first day of school, and we have our reporter Allison Martinez, who is actually live at Ferris this morning, talking to some staff there, so we'll get to her right after this break.
Staff members here at Ferris High School are already up and at 'em, making sure the first day of school is a massive success. We'll introduce you to some staff members coming up here in a few minutes.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The Spokane Fair is Friday, September 6th to Sunday, September 15th. This is where the Wheatland Bank PRCA Rodeo happens Saturday, September 7th. Get your tickets today at thespokanefair.com.
When it comes to voting for local judges, it's tempting to just guess, but making an educated decision might be more important than you think. I'm Derek Dice. I'll show you how to judge the judges on your ballot before you vote. Watch For the People coverage tonight on 4 News Now at 6.
It's fall and the games are on. Get out and support your local teams. Here's this week's schedule.
Here we go.
EWU.
Here we go now. Here we go. Here we go.
Gonzaga.
Now. Here we go. Here we go now.
U of I.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
WSU.
Here we go now. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Whitworth.
Here we go. Here we go now.
Game On is proudly brought to you by BECU.
Adventure, culture, and fine wine await you in the Lewis Clark Valley, less than 2 hours south of Spokane.
Tour some of the world's most spectacular wilderness, beauty, and wildlife in Hell's Canyon. Experience the region's rich and diverse culture and history. Savor award-winning Lewis Clark Valley wines and delicious culinary creations from a variety of local wineries and fine dining establishments. Visit lewisclarkvalley.com and plan your destination getaway today.
Funny Girl is the theatrical event of the season. Entertainment Weekly raves. Funny Girl is a love letter to the big old-fashioned Broadway musical. Don't miss Funny Girl. Playing First Interstate Center for the Arts October 1st through the 6th. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
We are Spokane Wellness Group. We are a provider of semaglutide, which is a medication that has been helping people lose weight and achieve their goals of being healthy. I wanted to know, what can this drug do for me if I don't change anything? So I've lost 65 pounds. We're trying to make it so everyday people can buy it and reap the benefits from that, because there are a lot of benefits from this medication, especially for people who are overweight. We'll be here for you. We want to help people.
The Spokane Fair is Friday, September 6th to Sunday, September 15th. Animals are the most popular feature at the fair. Meet Bo, Cedar, and all their friends. All 10 days of the fair in the Wheatland Bank Farm Animal Experience. Learn more at thespokanefair.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Fred's Appliance.
Welcome back. Most schools are back to class this week.
Spokane Public Schools, of course, start today along with Meade, Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls, and Reardon school districts. Then tomorrow we got West Valley beginning their school year along with Whitworth. Now, finally, Central Valley starts on Thursday. That's September 5th.
And we want to see those back to school pictures. Send us a picture of your kids as they start another year. We'll share them throughout the week on Good Morning Northwest. And as our kids head back to school, 4 News Now's Allison Martinez is live at Ferris High School this morning to see how staff are preparing for students' arrivals. Morning, Allison.
Good morning here at Ferris High School. These halls will be transformed very quickly as these kids swarm in for a very exciting first day of school. I'm joined with Tammy Forsman this morning. She's the kitchen manager here. And okay, big question for you. It's the first day of school. How can you set kids up for the most nutritional, best breakfast? In my mind, I just want to eat pancakes, but that's probably not a good idea, right?
Yeah, well, you know, breakfast is a good way to start your day, and it's proven to help students learn more. So all of the options that we have here available at all of Spokane Public Schools do meet the National School Lunch Program criteria. So they're all healthy options for students to have for breakfast. We have lots of different things that we offer every single day. So we have anything from parfaits, we have cereal and hot sandwiches, and the kids always like the breakfast bars. We have bagels and, you know, lots of other things on other days, waffles and omelets, and lots of choices for fruits. Yeah, so we have many options for the kids, and it's a great way to start the day.
Yeah, it looks pretty good in here. I don't remember having this variety when I was in high school, that's for sure. So
right, well, we've pumped it up. We've pumped it up, so.
And any kid can come in here, no questions asked, and grab a meal any day.
No questions asked. Our breakfast and lunch are free for every student this year, so we do serve breakfast until 10 o'clock every day with our new Breakfast After the Bell program. So, you know, we encourage students to come on down and grab a meal before they start their day.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you have a great first day of school and a great school year. We'll send it back to you guys.
Best day ever.
Yes. Back to you guys in studio.
Everyone's excited for the first day of school there.
I miss my cinnamon rolls back at Billings West High School. 50 cents, filled the plate, perfect.
Maybe not the most nutritious start.
We're teenagers at that time. We can eat anything. I look at one now and it's 5 pounds. All right, good morning, everybody. So we've got a little thunder bumper just to the west of town. You can see the dark clouds. I can hear the thunder. And, of course, that's moving south out of the area. So we want you to be aware. Into the West Plains, you're seeing, again, a little bit of a thunderstorm there. 63, it's moving through quickly. And that's going to be the expectation that we're going to be clear of that as those kids start heading off for school. About 8 o'clock, 61 degrees, 63 at 9. And then by 11 o'clock, we're into the 70s. It's going to be mid-70s for the noon hour as they get into those new lunches and get out for a little recess. The afternoon heats up. Low 80s, 83 will be our high today. That's normal I mean, 78's a normal high for this time of year, so this is going to be the coolest day of the week. 55 and clear and mild overnight. Radar and satellite, we see this system continuing to try and get pushed out of the area, but just a little bit of energy is still left. That's hanging out right now, but it is moving out of the region relatively quickly. We see this come down, and we see just that energy coming out from the north, and those thunder bumpers just to the north and west of town, continuing to make their way south. By the afternoon, it's all going to be a done deal. Highs today, low 80s. We're going to have 83 from Bonners Ferry to 83 here, 80 over into Coeur d'Alene, 84 into Ritzville, into the upper 80s with the Tri-Cities and the LC Valley. For us, we'll see those upper 80s Wednesday, Thursday 91, Friday 93, 95 will be the heat of the week. And that, of course, will be the weekend. Hey, your morning sprint is up right around the corner. Thanks for joining us.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Falco Spokane, your fireplace specialists.
I love you just the way God.
Don't miss Parmalee, Contemporary Country Hitmakers, live Thursday, September 12th. Visit CDACasino.com to buy your tickets now and check out the full Core Stars lineup.
Winning is just the beginning.
Hard water damage makes it hard to keep your home looking picture perfect. Culligan softeners reduce buildup and cleaning time, transforming your water into the fine art of a long-lasting clean. Culligan, water you love.
When it comes to voting for local judges, it's tempting to just guess, but making an educated decision might be more important than you think. I'm Derek Dice. I'll show you how to judge the judges on your ballot before you vote. Watch For the People coverage tonight on 4 News Now at 6.
So many accident victims don't call the advocates because they worry about the cost. They think it'll be expensive. They're not sure they can afford it. But the truth is, the cost is
tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars.
Donnie, the cost is nothing. They don't pay anything unless we win.
Ken, I was talking about how much it would cost them if they don't contact us. Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands.
That's true. Injured? You deserve an advocate.
We rent china, glassware, tents, barbecues, flatware, linens, dance floor staging, tables, chairs.
A to Z rental, no job too big, no job too small.
Jackhammers, stand doors, washers, stump grinder saws, generators, skid steer, excavator, dingoes, trailers, tractors, nailers, staplers, hole diggers, tillers, mowers, yard vac, aerators.
Call A to Z rental at 509-924-2000 or go to rentatoz.com.
We rent everything, man.
Now open in Airway Heights.
At A to Z Rental, we rent everything.
Hi, I'm Chris with Tactical Plumbing. We're a well-known, locally owned company with a great reputation with our customers. While the new housing boom stays strong, we are excited to announce that we are growing our company to provide homeowners with our precision services.
Tactical Plumbing has over 30 years of combined experience, and we are now booking residential service and repair. Tactical Plumbing providing our community with carefully planned and strategically executed plumbing solutions.
Call us or visit our website today for all of your plumbing needs.
Ready for action? It's no holds barred as King of the Cage features up-and-coming MMA stars battling it out. King of the Cage live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, October 10th. Get your tickets now.
Winning is just the beginning.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
It's 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Tuesday in the morning sprint.
Mark Peterson is here with your first day of school forecast with some warm temperatures on the way this week.
Allison Martinez live at Ferris High School to learn what families can expect for the new school year.
And Hannah Joy is in studio with updates from the presidential campaign trail. But first, we start with a couple fires dominating our local headlines this morning.
The Cimarron fire, which is burning in the Dishman Hills Natural Area, had Spokane Valley residents on high alert earlier yesterday. Thankfully, it's since died down. Areas that were under level 1 evacuation orders have been given the all clear, and areas that were under level 2 evacuation orders have been lowered to level 1. And that's according to Spokane County Emergency Management. Right now, the fire is 100% lined, but not at all contained. Crews will stay on scene throughout the day to make sure it stays under control. 10 structures were threatened by the fire, but all of them still standing.
And some devastating news out of Coeur d'Alene yesterday. A fire ripped through the decades-old Wolf Lodge Inn Steakhouse, a place that was so special to so many of people in our area. Now gone in an afternoon. Of course, Wolf Lodge wasn't just a great place to get a steak. It was also a piece of North Idaho history. According to the restaurant's website, Wolf Lodge started as a convenience store in 1939. It provided equipment and dry goods to miners and travelers that were passing through. Kootenai County records show building on the property actually started sooner, though, around 1920s. It was then turned into a steakhouse sometime in the 70s.
All right, so we do have a little bit of energy in our first alert weather in the form of some thunderstorm activity that's rolling through, and we've heard those over the last 20 minutes. It continues to make its way south out of the area, so as kids start walking to school, we should be clear of that in the Spokane region. 64 downtown, you got 63 in Deer Park, 58 into Cheney because some of that cloud cover. Our forecast today, our high is going to be 83 degrees.
Well, thousands of kids head back to school today, and in Spokane, that means a warning for drivers heading through school zones. Speed cameras, like the one near Finch Elementary School, turned back on this morning. Spokane has 8 cameras in school zones across the city. Get caught speeding during school hours, and you'll face a hefty fine. Speed limit is 20 miles an hour through school zones, and the cameras will capture speeders anytime the lights are flashing, not just when kids are present. Washington law did change this year, capping the amount cities can charge for these violations. In school zones, tickets can be up to $290. If cameras catch you speeding in other parts of Spokane, the ticket can't be more than $145.
And the kids that are back to school this week, of course, we got Spokane Public Schools starting today, along with Meade, Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls, and Reardon school districts. Then tomorrow, West Valley, it's your turn to begin your school year, and along with Wentworth. And finally, Central Valley starts on Thursday, September 5th.
And we want to see those back to school pics. Send us pics of your kids as they start another school year. Just post it on the 4 News Now Facebook page. We'll share them throughout the week on Good Morning Northwest.
This morning, kids are already starting to arrive here at Ferris High School. It's the first day of school for kids in grades 1 through 12 with Spokane Public Schools. This year, there are a few new things to know about. First and foremost, a no phones policy. This is in place for elementary, middle schoolers, and high schoolers. For more details on this new rule, you can head to our website, kxly.com.
Fish and Wildlife officers found and killed a bear they believed attacked a woman who was hiking near Kettle Falls over the weekend. Officers say the woman was hiking with her dogs when the dogs got between two black bears. One bear chased the dogs back towards the woman, and then the bear attacked her. She was treated and released at a Spokane hospital. Those officers found one of the bears and killed it and donated the meat to the Air Force. Efforts to find the other bear were then suspended at the property owner's request. Officers say bears generally tend to avoid people, but still can be curious. They recommend carrying bear spray if you're out in the woods.
President Joe Biden joined Vice President Kamala Harris on the campaign trail. In the coming days, Biden will make stops in Wisconsin and Michigan. It's not clear how often Biden and Harris will campaign together. They could take a divide and conquer approach leading up to Election Day.
Election Day is now just 9 weeks away, and when we fill out our ballots, judges are often the candidates we know the least about. So how we can judge the judges and make better educated choices on them in November. We talk to experts to help make the tough decisions about who to vote for. Tune into 4 News Now tonight at 6 for Derek Dice's special report.
And we will have a check at our weather coming up right after this break.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
At Numerica, we've got money answers for people who follow pets on social media. Get money answers for you and only you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
Did you know that Spokane Hyperbaric Center uses oxygen to reduce pain, inflammation, and swelling?
I didn't know that.
Did you know that hyperbaric oxygen therapy promotes new blood vessel growth, fights infection, and releases more stem cells from your bone marrow?
I didn't know that.
Would you like to know if Spokane Hyperbaric Center is the right choice for you? Go to hyperbarichope.com to find out.
Spokane Hyperbaric Center gave us hope. And now you know.
Like many women over 40, I'm starting to get more dark spots.
New Bright Reveal Niacinamide Serum by L'Oreal fades the look of all types of dark spots by up to 40%. New Bright Reveal Niacinamide Serum by L'Oreal Paris.
And good morning. Taking a live look at what was blue, now is dark, and an isolated thunder shower is still out there, moving south out of the area, but it's going to take a little bit. We're going to have a high today of 83. Things should be dry by the time the kids head out and start their walk or wait for the school bus for the first day of school in many areas. Now, we look at the planning forecast, planning on heat coming back in. I know summer's over for the kids for summer break, but summer is still here temperature-wise. We're going to be in the low 90s Thursday, low to mid 90s Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so get ready for that.
Thanks for joining us this morning on Good Morning Northwest.
Have a great first day of school if you're heading out the door. We'll see you throughout GMA. It starts right now.